Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming. Welcome back to episode 4 of Arc 2 of Better Than Heroes. I'm Rachel Weeks, and I play Klik, the level 6 Tohr-Kreen fighter. 2020 is wrapping up, which is insane, but it also means that we only have 2 more episodes left in the year. We are not going to be playing on December 28th, taking a quick break after the holidays, but we will be back in the first week of the new year. So cross this out on your calendar on the 28th. Spend some time with your the people around you, hopefully, and come back to join us in 2021. Yikes.
They could spend that time watching back episodes of Better Than Heroes.
That's it. Do your research.
Could do.
Get on YouTube. Just because we're not streaming doesn't mean you shouldn't be watching.
If you want to find the top 5 mistakes in the campaign, they're rolling around in my head. So.
Number 1, Flute should be dead.
Oh, God.
If you like the show, please, there's lots of ways for you to support us. You can pick up some merch. We have merch on Teespring if you want to get them for your family for the holidays. That would be awesome. You can subscribe to our Twitch channel. I saw some subscriptions getting handed out before we got started. Thank you so much. A subscription or your patronage will get you access to emotes and our Discord, where we talk about space theories and also dice. But please remember, the most important thing you can do for the show is to tell your friends and share our stuff online. We appreciate it so very much. Thanks for coming.
100%. I'm Andrew Ovredahl. I play the human bard Flute, a.K.A. the Windrider. And I just wanted to plug our very cool Patreon. It's patreon.com/betterthanheroes. We have all different tiers. You can play D&D with us. We're going to have our Patreon game this Sunday. It's coming up. It's called Repos and Leads. It takes place in the same world, and the events between the 2 games ripple against each other. It's very cool. And before the end of this year, we're going to be shaking things up and changing some of those tiers around. So if you have any input on what you'd like to see from a Patreon, sign up and tell us. Leave a comment. Tell us what you like. If you back any other RPG Patreons and they do something cool you like, tell us what that is. We'll steal it whole cloth and do it for you. So, again, that's patreon.com/betterthanheroes. Thanks.
If you back any other Patreon RPGs, stop immediately and re-swear fealty to us. Hey, everybody, my name is Jordan. I play the Moonboy, a level 6 Moonboy, and I'm here to shout out our dang sponsor, Big Top Productions. Big Top, making it happen under the Big Top. Doot doot doodle doot doot doo doo. Big Top.
That is now the official theme song, and you have to do it every time. Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you for doing it.
And I get to do an announcement this week.
Oh,
Cunningham, stopping you because we have a very special guest today that I'm excited to announce. We have Jordan. The PH is silent. Jordan from the internet. You've seen him. He has many YouTube videos on Dungeons & Dragons lore, mythology, and history. When I first learned about the Forgotten Realms, I started listening to your videos. So I'm very happy to have you on here as a little nerd fanboy. So thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here and to play in such a fun Spelljammer game.
You brought such a cool
treat.
character, too. I'm so excited about it.
I can't wait to see it. My name is Aaron Urist. I play K.A.I. Hammerstein, the level 6 Artificer. And once again this week, we have joining us doing live soundtracking on the synths. Jason Wardell is here. Jason Wardell, the very best. So excited to have him. And we're going to get into it. We're going to watch our intro video. We're going to watch our recap from last week's episode. And then we're going to play Dungeons and Draft Guns.
No, the PH is silent.
Yeah, the
on that
PH
one.
is silent.
You gotta.
All right, get us out of here.
Last time on Better Than Heroes, having narrowly avoided being inhaled by an ocean-sized cosmic ray, the Dinger found herself 3 sails down, limping deeper into the dangerous Violet Nebula. The crew set about fixing the ship, which through teamwork they were able to accomplish. A battered Captain Goliathan revealed that while he was connected to the Dinger, damage to the ship caused him physical pain. Talon, the mechanical armed passenger, was strangely curious about the secrets Goliathan kept in his chamber, particularly regarding the Dinger's helm. This piqued suspicions about Talon and Goliathan both. There was wild speculation about the nature of the helm, including the possibility that it was a death helm, feeding on some poor captive's life energy. The crew learned that even Cobble, who had been with Goliathan the longest, had never asked him about what went on at the ship's helm. Flute and Moonboy went poking around at the captain's door in the night, searching for clues or spirits to speak to, but to no avail. The next day, the Dinger reached a landmark, Mystic's Mountain, and saw a mysterious encounter unfolding in front of them, as what appeared to be a pack of sentient campfires hunted some poor, unseen prey. What is happening here? Will the Dinger have to intervene? What is Goliathan hiding? What are Talon's motivations? Find out next time on Better Than Heroes.
Oh, hey.
Hi, hello. So, before we get to the Better Than Heroes crew, Darzik,
Yes.
you, Jordan, you find yourself, you've been doing well kind of in this Violet Nebula, trying to, poke around, find your way out, and in a moment of rest and respite, just kind of like taking in this kind of slowly swirling asteroid fields here. You had a moment where you thought you heard something here or there, and where you were quickly surrounded after that by a pack of what looked like 6 campfires without the wood underneath them, floating around you as you were on your small Spelljammer. This kind of like red one-person ship that we'll see here in a second. And you find yourself floating there, and all of a sudden there are just 6 of these, and you easily recognize this pattern of swirl around you that seems like a pack of animals almost, and they're just these like hovering flames. They have like a white, almost purpley light to them, and they are circling you in an aggressive manner, in a manner that is
Unbecoming of a
narrowing
flame.
in. Yes, yeah. Seems more like wolves than flames. Yeah.
Okay. Boy. And I've never seen this before in my Spelljammer travels.
Well, let's just start you off with a history check then. Let's just right out of the gates have you roll a d20 here.
Okay.
See how we go.
Boy. All right, that's a natural one. So I'm really excited to
What
start
a
off the
start.
game.
Hey, get him out of the
Welcome
way.
to Better Than Heroes, kids.
Where you either roll 1s or 20s the whole
Yeah.
night. So,
Yeah, I'll like dive down and try to outrun them, I guess, and see if they're gonna come after me.
yeah. So you're in an area that is the asteroid viscosity. Maybe no, that's not the right word. The asteroids are thick here. They're all
Okay,
around.
yeah.
So it's hard for you to get in full Spelljammer mode, but since you are on such a nimble ship, you can kind of bounce around very easily, and they are clearly in their home terrain, as they are not gaining any ground on you. Your kind of dodges here and there allow you to kind of fend them off, but they just like end up reforming circles around you. Is there anything specific you want to do to try and get a good position on them? Or anything?
No,
Yeah.
if they're circling me, I think I'm gonna kind of hunker down, but I will flash my lights just to see if I can communicate with them. I saw it in a Close Encounters movie once.
Okay. All right, absolutely. I want you to do a performance check for this.
Okay. A little better at that. Natural 1.
All right, let's go.
boy.
Welcome to our
Throw away
stream.
that die.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for being our guest. We're gonna mail you a new
One of
D20.
us.
Absolutely.
One of us.
Both of your
All right, we're
headlights
using the new
fall
one now.
off.
So
That seems to agitate them, and they
Okay.
just start to lunge forward. So, if you want to go ahead and throw character art up on screen in just a second here, we can show the audience what we see here. Just him. Yeah, just him. If we can throw that up on screen first here, we'll go ahead and give the audience just a glimpse of this character riding a red bike here, and yeah, so they can see you on the map, kind of surrounded by these 6 flames, and I believe we left off with Klik doing a natural 20 perception check.
Yeah.
So, if we want to cut over to the full crew now, as you can see all that Jordan just described, this like kind of like dodging and weaving amongst the asteroids, this pack of fires just sticking with him and like moving very effectively and efficiently around him, and yeah, I guess like I want to know. I'm gonna let Klik lead the way here, as you were up in the crow's nest, and with that natural 20, kind of giving orders as you are the eyes of this operation currently.
There's a ship up ahead. It's being chased by campfires. I don't know. Do you see that?
Being what?
Chased by those lights ahead.
Oh.
He's surrounded.
Does it look like he's in trouble?
I mean, he's trying to get out of the way, but
Is he flashing the lights? Maybe we have our brights on.
Oh yeah,
Goliath.
they do not like it.
I think we might
so
have
I
the
would
brights
not,
on.
I would not advise. I would not advise flashing the lights. It didn't go well for him.
Can I? What's he driving? What is it?
It's
Fred-
it's a small ship. It's red. I don't even know if I can see color.
Yeah. So
I think technically. I think
just now
technically.
thought of that. Oh God, I can't see color.
I think technically, Klik would be able to see colors that we can't even imagine.
Yeah,
It's
like,
like
I
a
couldn't even
pentachromat.
explain red to you.
Yeah.
I couldn't even explain to you what color it is.
yeah, I think
I'm
I think-
so
I feel
far
like-
beyond your eyes, but I do see like 12 of them.
So, I mean, friend or foe? What do we? I mean, we've got to help them,
Can
right?
the rest of us see what's going on?
Yeah, I mean,
After I
if you-
point it out,
Yeah, kind of. You all, the ship is now heading toward it, unless you all have given Captain Goliathan any other direction. When he kind of hears ship in distress out where you all are right now, he's down to just go straight for it.
Should
Yeah.
probably take a look.
Yeah, tell him. I mean, for sure, radio the captain.
Do I have any
Yeah.
idea what these things could be? Any ever read about fires that hunt in packs before?
You can do a history check as well.
Okay.
I'm gonna get on the walkie-talkie to the captain and tell him to.
Natural
kill it.
1.
God Almighty!
Wow.
We have never seen fire. We are cavemen.
Never get to figure out what these things are.
No
Does it
context.
burn in space?
It seems like maybe this person who's flying the ship has like started 6 fires like that, or there are just like 6 dogs on fire that like moving around just like in a pack, because they are moving like kind of like wolves circling around.
We've
So
got.
I'm gonna
that's a
tell. I'm
possibility.
gonna tell the captain to kill as many lights as he can, while still being able to see. Is that can we just dim our lights so we're not agitating the campfire scouts?
Absolutely. Let's have you roll a stealth check for the ship, and you can roll it with advantage.
Is there like a barrel of water on deck by chance?
You're the barrel expert. You tell me.
Yeah, there is one that I never
Yes,
rolled
good.
because it's heavy. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to, while this is happening, seeing that there's these disembodied fires floating around, I'm going to go to that barrel and just lean in and just soak myself in it.
Okay, so your body is now wet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
I cannot possibly tell a
everyone
lie
reacts-
this good. With advantage, I rolled a 2.
Oh, boy.
That's insane.
What's
I rolled 2 2s.
Did
on a
somebody
D20.
anger any cabals of anything recently?
Did we make
I-
fun of the D&D gods one
I
too many
can't
times?
even.
I have been actively trying to get the Christ out of Christmas recently.
Jesus isn't allowed in D&D games. You should know this, Jordan.
I don't know what the ship's modifier is, but
Yeah, it's not great.
it's a 2 on the dice.
No, this is a sneaky ass ship. It's
I was gonna
it's
say
like a rogue.
11.
It's got a +9.
Yeah. It's a giant
get
golden
closer.
ship that's invisible.
Yeah, the Trump Tower of ships.
It is.
Don't
it's a
do
little,
that.
It's
Come
a little
on,
Trumpy.
man.
Oh no, I accidentally turned on the radio loud. It's playing the Venga Boys across the system.
Okay, cool. So with that, let's just have you all go ahead and roll initiative then. Let's just go
It
ahead.
sounds like we.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
we're-
sounds like
We're like, shh,
the
don't.
window of understanding has passed.
Yeah, there's. Case I put. You should have the ship in our shared Dropbox now. If you want to ever throw that up there, just letting you know. There's also, if you let me know if you throw up the full character art for Darzig, the character now.
Oh, it looks so good. I got a
But,
sneak peek.
Yeah. But so when Jordan with the PH has a chance to describe this character, you can throw that up then. So let's just go down the list here. Klik, what did you get for your initiative?
13.
Okay, and Kai, what did you get?
6.
All right, Moonboy, what did you get?
That is an 18 for the
All
moon.
right, and then Windrider, what did you get?
I got an 11.
Awesome, and then last but not least, Darzig, what did you get?
7.
All right, cool. Thanks for joining our TPK.
Hot dice. Hot dice,
some
kids.
Hot dice. Check it and see.
I mean, it's really good. I'm not attached to this character.
Yeah,
Good, because Harlan has a knack for killing the special guests. So.
Oh no.
I did kill the last one, and I'm sorry to
last
both
two.
Jared, Logan, and you don't know what
We
happened.
don't know
to
the
one
fate.
before.
We don't know
To
the fate.
be
Okay.
fair, I kind
Hey.
of killed one of them.
Sorry, I just realized that is true. I do have a reputation with that. I'm sorry. You now have a fair heads up. So, cool. All right, that's going to bring us first here as 3 of these fire. Let's just call them like little flaming balls of just kind of jump toward you, Darzig, and they seem to be acting in a group of 3. So there's 2 packs of them. And they are going to try and touch you with as you see as they get close to you, like little flaming arms reach out toward you, and the only thing I got over a 10 was an 18, which I believe hits.
Hey, 18 does hit.
All right,
My
cool.
armor class, if that is what you were going for.
That's true. That is what I was going for. And no, it's your intelligence modifier. That would be
Okay, wow.
awful. Be awful. So yeah, you're able to kind of like reach out of the way in here and dodge with your ship a bit, but one of them just puts its hand on your back here, and you feel a bit of your clothing burst into flame, and you take 4 points of damage, and your back is actively on fire right now.
Oh.
It seems to have lit your clothing afire, aflame. And now it's Moonboy's turn.
Um,
And you can see here on the map, I went ahead and put the dinger, your ship, kind of like in as it approached the ship here. And you can, if you want to move I randomly put the tokens on the ships. If you want to start from a different place, you're more than welcome to.
Okay, the Moonboy is going to use his full flight speed, which I believe at this point is 45 winged boots, right?
Yep. I think it's 40, but...
40? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to move out there. He's going to go, oh my god, it's a guy. It's a guy on some kind of space bike. We've got to help him. And he runs up and he jumps off of the ship and bursts into light with a mighty hiccup. And turns into his starry forms sporting the constellation of the Archer, I believe, this time.
Cool.
And
All right.
so I'm going to end up kind of right here in my star form.
I really love
out
that you're just like diving off the ship here and like switch. That's real good. I like it.
He's hoping the Hulk takes over. Get him! Help him! Whatever you are! Come, do it!
Cool. So it's your action to change, and then use your full movement to get that far as you jump off the ship here?
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right, that is going to bring up next. It's actually going to be Goliath and the captain, so I'm going to be able to move the ship forward here for you all just in time. And... just go, oh, that's the wrong layer. Haha, fun. As when you say, get him, go, do it, you hear Goliath come over your walkie-talkies and say, all right, we're getting in there. And he just moves the ship up forward right here. He's just going to go ahead and get himself as far forward as he can. Don't worry, I will catch up with the tokens.
And all the people.
Hey, if you know a better way to do that, hit me up in chat.
He just runs Moonboy over.
You would honestly, you would barely feel it.
Yeah, we wouldn't even know.
It is kind of comical that order that you went in, because you jumped off and you said like, go do it, and then the ship is just like passing you. It's like,
Wait!
cool. All right, and that's gonna bring up Klik.
Yeah. Harlan, the crow's nest is off this back circle, right? That's where this guy is?
Yes, that is correct. Yeah.
Mid-mast?
Okay,
Yep.
just making sure. Okay, so Klik's last battle was a little bit harrowing. We lost some HP. We woke up this morning and it has not come back. So I'm gonna jump down from the crow's nest in one big cricket bound, and as I hit the deck, like kind of like Iron Man style, I'm going to cast Blur.
Okay, cool.
Going to use some found psionic ability, and I'm going to cast the spell Blur.
Okay,
And
absolutely.
then I will move. I'm just gonna try. My movement is 40. Hello.
Yeah, I can measure it out for you too if you want.
Yeah.
Real
I
quick.
can't. I'm grabbing all the wrong tools here. So yeah, I'm just gonna use my full movement and go to. I think I can get to like here.
Yeah, absolutely. You just like almost split yourself in two. You can just see this like soft edge form, almost two forms forming off of your body as you run through here, and it has just this kind of purple tint to it a little bit as this psionic energy is causing the image to be disrupted.
Jumps down from the crow's nest, hits the deck, bursts into three forms, and then sprints to the end of the boat.
Yeah, both both Relic and Goat, your crew members, look at you and go, "Whoa!" simultaneously as you just run past them.
Hey, you've never used that before, right?
Nope.
Yeah, it's new.
Cool.
Love it. Cool. All right, that's gonna bring up the Windrider then.
All right, I'm gonna run up here. 5, 10, 15, 20. kind of come up here to the railing, and from my components pouch, I remove a chip of mica and kind of aim it at these two flames here, kind of in between them, and I'm going to cast Shatter at the 3rd level, and they have to both make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, cool. And just can you ding on the map one more time where it is? Are you able to do it without hitting the ship? That's more what I'm asking.
It's the radius of the sphere that it makes is 10 foot, so I believe if I park it right here, or actually right here? No, I was right.
Yeah.
Right here, I think the ship is just out of the range of it.
Yep, that's right. So, cool. Yeah, absolutely. You can kind of like lean over the railing, cast this spell, and they both failed their Constitution saving throws. One got an 11 and the other got a 2.
They both take 15 thunder damage. I already rolled it out.
All right, great. Both of these flames just dissipate immediately, and but Darsic, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please. As when you hear this loud crack next to you as this huge golden ship just comes out of nowhere as you're dealing with this, it comes out of nowhere, and you hear a spell cast and a loud crack, and both of these two flames that are these like whiter with orange rims, kind of purple in the middle, do a like burst in a flash of light. And why don't you get on that con save? Oh no, you're muted.
Oh, he's muted.
Sorry, 16 on my Constitution saving throw.
16 will do it. As you see, like, when both of them kind of like dissipate and break apart, there's almost like a charge up as they start to collapse in on themselves, and there's a bright flash of light, and you're fine. Nothing affects you at all. Yeah, you take no damage.
I take my sunglasses out.
Truly,
Okay, roll for the sunglasses.
Nope.
Oh, it's
he's
another
the guest.
one. Oh,
He's
they're
the
in
guest,
space.
Jordan.
It's just tumbling down.
Cool. Yeah, so you're totally fine, but it seems that something happens when they are defeated. So both these are gone. Windrider, would you like to do anything else? Or...
That was my turn. Thanks.
Great. All right. That's going to bring up Darsic. You're up now.
Oh, sweet. This is open now-ish.
Absolutely.
Like the circle is broken.
Can
I move up next to their golden Spelljammer ship?
Easily. Yeah.
Okay. And then I want to do a cool like skid in space where I just like switch my Spelljammer around because it's like a motorcycle.
Yeah, you
do. And can I take an action still? Like, could I make an attack?
100%. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. And
I would like to cast Eldritch Blast, but I actually just hold on to the handles of my Spelljammer motorcycle, and the energy charges in there and then shoots out little cannons in the front.
Oh, absolutely, that happens. So if you want to go ahead and roll that D20 to hit, you can.
Yes, I got to do 2 of them at this level, I believe.
Yes, you
or
do.
Do I not? Yeah. So, okay, that's bad, but that's okay. We get 2. It's all right. So that's an 8 to hit.
All right.
And the other one is a 15.
15 hits, 8 does not. Yeah.
And I do 3 Eldritch Blast damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so the 2 beams go out, and one of them goes wide as these little sparks are pretty nimble and just dodges out of the way, but the other one does nick one, and you just see like a bit of it kind of like turn into sparks and dissipate in the air next to it, and it lets out a like a like noise when it's hit there.
God.
And would you like
You
to
ever heard
give
fire
the
scream?
I never expect them to talk, and when they do, I'm like, no.
Would you give the players a quick description of who they see atop this almost motorcycle-like one-person Spelljammer?
Yeah. You got a really cool happy boy. No, he's kind of like a rejected goth kid, and he's got hair down in his face. He's got green skin. Not a lot of armor. It's kind of made to show off his awesome pectorals. And he's got a really cool black greatsword that glows and has almost like a starry, like it's almost like a portal into another world. It's this really cool star. Yeah, and he's got a shoulder plate with spikes. Now I can describe it that I can see it. It's really cool.
Sorry. Yeah, the art is now up on screen as well.
Yeah.
The viewers.
Red bandana.
good.
Really good chin. Really cool art. This is awesome. So yeah, he's
The haircut.
that is my character.
Yeah, hell yeah. So, so you see this guy just like, and you've kind of never seen a Spelljammer like this, I will say, unless, down the line some characters want to do history checks, but it is abnormal here as this kind of like small but functional craft that is moving very swiftly around here.
And do we recognize what race he is?
Yeah, I would say, like, out of game, you would recognize it as a Gith, obviously, and let's have you do a history check, and I think Klik or K.A.I could do one as well.
I got.
I'll give it a shot.
Go ahead, yeah.
I got an 11.
Okay.
I got an 18.
With an 18, you've never seen a Gith Yankee before, but you've heard of them.
I read a book.
Yeah. So these folks from another world is like how they're often referred to. There are some here and around. There's definitely Gith Yankee that like live on this plane, but it's very rare. So, okay, cool. With that, it's gonna be K.A.I. It's now your turn.
All right, I will.
Unless Darzik, do you want to do anything else? You've kind of like pulled up the ship. You're welcome to say something.
No. I'll turn and just like nod, and then I'll like point out like, hey, we gotta take care of these guys, but completely silent.
Hell yeah. Cool.
Okay, I will see that and be like, hello, pleased to meet you. And I will move forward up towards where I can get a clear shot on these campfires.
Okay.
And
cool.
I will use my bonus action to cast Arcane Weapon, and my lightning launcher will absorb cold energy as it reassembles itself and draws power from the vacuum of space, and I will blast. I blast.
Blast away.
Blast that guy.
Roll that, and you can just
Natural
hit one.
20.
Oh, look at that. 1 for 20. Absolutely. So, and you can just hit one, right?
I have 2 attacks.
Okay, cool. So with that first one, I won't even make you roll damage for it. They don't have a ton of hit points. As it just freezes this one flame, and it's just totally frozen in this moment as the lightning shocks it, and you can just see the flame kind of like frozen and just floating almost like a rock now away.
Eat frozen lightning, campfire. And I will send out another crack of frozen lightning. That is a 21 to hit.
Boom. Let's have you roll damage for this, just because you didn't crit.
That is going to be 11 points of lightning damage and 4 points of cold damage.
Boom, another one off the board. K.A.I. just snipes 2 of them. The one on the farther right is the one that I assume Darzik hit. So there's one wounded and another one full-fledged here. And would you like to do anything else?
That will be my turn.
All right. That's going to bring up our friend Goat, the Goliath bosun, who's going to load a big old ballista bolt into the crossbow on your ship. And it's not Relic's turn yet, as these last 2 flames are going to try their best to get over here. Let's see if they can do it. That one can't quite reach you, but it can get over here as he's going to rush toward you. And this one as well is going to get here. Actually, this one's going to run away because it can't get in any kind of range, so it's just going to spend its last 40. It's going to dash over here behind this rock and just kind of be on its way out. And it's going to bring up our good friend Relic, the halfling who runs your crossbow, who's going to take a shot at this last flame here, and he is going to miss as always.
To be fair, it's a small fire. I mean,
It's tough.
I got a 10 altogether with his bonuses. This dude can just never hit. The bolt just flies past him, and you can, since you're all up there too, you can just hear him let out a little like, oh man, like it's just truly downtrodden on this one. And we're back to the top of the initiative order, so it's Moonboy. It's you here.
Okay.
At least you didn't hit me.
I'm not sure that there's much I can do about that one that's getting away. Okay, Moonboy is going to use his movement of 30 feet, which I just confirmed, to get to about there. I'm sure I'm not going to be able to 145 feet. Ugh.
No talent in this combat?
Okay, I'm going to...
Oh, I skipped Talon.
Uh-oh. The Moonboy is going to attack this one right here with a guiding bolt.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead with ye old... Oh, that's going to be... 13 to hit?
13 hits.
It does.
It does.
Great. Great. Okay, 4d6.
All right.
So that's going to be 5, 4, 5, 4. So
Wow.
18 damage. And what the hell? He takes another one from the volatile moonfire flying off of the Moonboy. A tiny moon appears out of nowhere and jettisons towards him. Let's make sure it hits. Bonus action. Range spell attack. Oh, I have to roll the range spell attack again for it.
Go for it.
That
Wait.
is going to be...
Is this? Are you attacking the same one?
Yeah, but this is the... Yes.
The damage you've already done is enough to
Okay.
poof it as it. Yeah, sorry.
Poof it.
Yeah.
That's
So
okay.
it just like with that first hit, you're just able to. You see the flame just like get spread out and almost suffocated as it is not even able to maintain itself in this vacuum. You just hear like a whoop. But I'm gonna need K.A.I and Klik to both give me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh.
I'm also going to give Talon a roll with Magic Missile because I skipped her, to hit. I'm going to assume it hit the one. She's like shooting for the one off of screen here, but it didn't do enough damage. She did 10 damage, and she needed a little bit more than that. So
I got a 21 on this con save.
I got an
Yeah,
18. Thank
both of
goodness
those-
it was con.
Both of those, there's this little flame here that just like when it gets hit by this shot from Moonboy, it kind of like almost collapses in on itself and bursts out in a bright flash of light, and both of you all just seem fine and unfazed, and we are very quickly out of initiative order here as you all have just trounced this crew of tiny little fires.
I just am
Klik-
standing
Klik
there
is-
soaking
yeah.
wet, and I'm like,
Well, still pretty good. Still pretty good idea.
It really paid off for you.
Yeah, Klik is blurring and hasn't had like not a shot. She took no action. And she's like Githka in hand. She's got Cha-Cha behind her, and she's like, ugh, ugh, and drops blur.
I will look over at Darzig. Is that your name?
Yes.
Well, I don't know.
You don't know that yet.
K.A.I doesn't know. Hello there. Are you all right?
Can I? Is there not? I don't necessarily need to land my cool Spelljammer on theirs, but can I saddle up next to it or something and then step down onto their deck?
I could throw him a rope, maybe.
You see a big Goliath woman walk over and go, "No, you could land it on here. That's totally fine. It's actually have always wanted to try landing a little Spelljammer on this ship. So hello, stranger. Please land your Spelljammer on our ship. She's like weirdly excited about this.
All right, and I will. I'll fly up and then see her directions. She has little lights, I assume.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
My hands start glowing.
Yeah, all of a sudden there's like 3 people directing you, and
Yeah.
girl,
You're
We're
like,
all
this is more
contradicting each other.
confusing. Stop.
I think we're harming, not helping.
And I'll land, and then I'll step out. And before I greet you, I look, and I'm checking for scratches and stuff on the side of my ride. I'm like, okay. And then I'll turn to all of you, and I'm like, hello. What's going on? You just up to poofing fires in the middle of space? Is that it?
I could ask you the same question. I suppose. Should we not have poofed the fires? It looked like.
I mean, no. They came out of nowhere. The fires, and do you send them? Because you guys also came out of nowhere. Just zoop, there you are.
Oh no, we were trying to help.
That's
It's
good.
quite
No,
a
but it
ride
helps.
you've-
They're gone now, so this is.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, glad you're okay.
Oh, thank you.
This is quite a ride you've got here. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
Windrider's
don't touch.
pretty impressed.
Don't touch. Thank you.
I was okay. I won't.
Yep.
You Spelljam? Just only on this?
Oh yeah,
You jam, bro?
Jam.
I've been known to Spelljam. Yeah. Here, there, and everywhere. Yeah. Going around, seeing things. Name's Darzig, by the way. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Windrider.
you. I'm K.A.I. This is Moonboy and Klik.
The Moonboy is kind of still burning with moonfire, and he.
Yeah, is he okay? It seems on fire. Like
Oh, he's
we
fine.
need to get an extinguisher or something.
And
This
then
is a
he-
good. It's a
Burn
good
it-
fire.
Burning it off.
And then he sneezes, and poof, and it goes away. He's like,
Yeah.
oh, we won. Whoa, what is this?
So other
That's
players
not
here.
polite.
No,
like
the
this-
bike.
Oh,
Whoa, what's that guy?
Yeah, so of the four folks that step forward are the 4 player characters, and you see an arcane construct, a tiny little, very pale gnome, a Tohr-Kreen. I always do that. Just like a very strong bug woman, and a human with a black wig on. That's right. You still have you have a black
No,
wig on, right?
I don't have the wig. I don't have the wig on.
Abandoned wig.
Okay.
I have an eye patch. I just have an eye patch.
Just an eye patch. Okay, cool. I didn't know if you were like forever perma without it, or if that was just a significant act at one time. Okay. So yeah, that's.
are you wearing your pirate onesie? No. Go put it on. We have company.
The Moonboy is immediately fascinated with this machine, and he flings himself. He goes, what is it? And he begins to hug and touch the front of it. You think you
yeah.
see him maybe lick it a little?
Oh, oi, no. Away.
Oh.
We're not. No, there's
Oh.
no the touching, and I mean you. Yeah.
Or he got
Touch
it
with
the
your
tongue
eyes,
before
but
you
not
could get in
literally.
there.
Just
This-
go away.
My eyes? He is seconds from
Oh.
touching his eyes to it.
I just.
Just for the record, your ship's tastes wonderful.
I threw up a little when you said that. I just.
Me too,
have to live with that now.
twinsies.
What are you doing all the way out here?
Yeah.
That's a good question. Do I know where I am? Am I in realm space? Am I somewhere familiar to me, or am I just like?
You have never been here before, but you definitely were sent directly here with you know that you went to a place that they like refer to as realm space. Yeah.
Okay.
But you've never been here before.
But I've never been here. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, what was your question there, little constructy person?
Oh, okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. I was asking how you came to be out here in the Violet Nebula. By yourself.
I'm on a mission. Yep. I'm here to continue and do some missiony things. Get right
Okay.
down to the missiony gritty, you know.
Where are you headed? Perhaps we are headed to the same place.
Oh yeah, and if I could get it right, that would be wonderful. Where am I headed, Mr. DM? Or do I just have a general sense this is the area to be in, or?
You've actually kind of been spit out and are. I mean, you know what your one goal is here,
Yeah.
which I will let you kind of like reveal how you want to. But you've been given kind of like no more guidance than that, and right now you are a bit stuck inside of this nebula that has been hard for you to find your way out of. Okay. So you have not seen none of the things that you're trying to find. Okay. I will say that, yeah.
Well, I don't have so much of an exact location. And it's weird. My accent goes in and out to different accents sometimes.
I've noticed.
So
Listen,
don't think about that.
be-
That's not a sickness or anything. It's just
Sure, I wasn't going to mention it, but you mentioned it first.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to say anything.
It's alright, my accent.
It happened. It happens.
But
Klik,
where are you guys?
Klik is a 7-foot bug woman who speaks through a gold translator on her mouth, and it just comes out straight Chicagoan Midwestern accent. That's all. And she's like, "Look, we all struggle with accents."
I could maybe tweak yours if you would prefer a different accent.
Never. No.
No, you wanna head that gag off at the pass? Maybe we'll come back to that.
Tweak me.
You're going to have a Jamaican accent. You're going to have to do tonight.
Goat just starts like bumping you all in the back of the head, and she's like, "Be polite." Like she's like,
We are
as you
being
walk.
polite.
Okay.
We have to try. You're right. Your instincts are. Please don't hit me in the head.
Since I didn't recognize
No, it's
his
okay.
race, I'll ask like,
If you don't mind me asking, Fred, are you some variety of drow?
assuming I know what
I
a
mean-
drow is, DM.
He's a gift.
You can
He's a
assume-
gift
What's a
Yankee.
drow? That's are they native to Spelljammer? I've not been here a long time. So,
We
no,
don't have
to
any
answer your
drow
question, I'm not,
native to
because
this
I mean-
Spelljammer.
I don't know what it is. So
Oh.
no, I mean I'm a Gith. My name's Dazig. I'm a Gith. It's nice to see you. It's my motorcycle. My spell cycle. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
really
you've never heard of a
It's
Gith
very
Yankee?
cool.
No.
None, ever.
All right. Well,
I've,
you know.
I've read
we're
a
better
little
than
bit
most
about your
folk,
people.
so.
Oh, okay. That sort of circumvents my next question.
But where? How do you get out of this this nebula? Where are we?
We are in.
Talon has a map she could show you.
Yeah, you see
Talon,
Maps.
come over here.
You see a human woman with kind of like almost like a crew cut, like slick back hair, and she walks over and she has one of her arms is fully mechanical, and she crosses her arms and looks at you and goes, "Holy shit, you are a kid! She just kind of like looks overjoyed, and she's like, "This place rules. This Violent Nebula. Oh boy, I'm so glad that we did this." Yeah. She's like,
I mean, that's the reaction I'm used to getting. So the rest of you is a little weird.
Would you like us? We could do it again, maybe.
I've just never met a gift before.
Yeah, because they're super rare. Mostly, the only time you see them is when they pop in from wherever they come from, and I mean, I don't know. You're kind of just like legendary to me, so I'm super excited to see. Are you raiding us? Are you kind of like gonna try and steal our ship? Because
plan-
I mean, not
you going
not
to
today. But
maraud?
are you? I mean, do you have good things on your ship?
oh well, I
No.
mean,
Not really.
Be honest. You know,
Yes.
us Gith can read minds.
We've got good things.
Can't really do that, but I figured she'd be impressed.
damn. Oh man, I was gonna ask you to use that for.
We've
us.
got
Yeah.
delicious foods. I've got these shoes. Pretty cool.
No,
We've got
I'm,
lots
I'm-
of treasure in the hold.
That's nice.
Most of our valuables, I think, are in our bunks.
He's pretty valuable. She points to
Anything
Kai.
else?
Social security numbers, credit cards.
Yes,
anything?
one. Stop me when I get there. One.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
actually
I got
pretty
it.
real to Moonboy. Yeah.
No. I'll say that I'm here on a quest. I'm looking for. Maybe you've heard of them, Mind Flare. They got big squiddy-looking face, tentacles.
We have heard
they
of them. We're trying to
recently ran
avoid
around Baldur's
them.
Gate. I hear the third Baldur's Gate, but don't know.
I'm trying to
I
find
saw that.
mind flayers.
Yeah. I just one. If we could just get an isolated one by itself, so I could have a conversation with it.
You want to
You're
talk to a
trying
mind
to
flayer?
talk to a mind
Talk,
flayer?
murder, behead. There's a lot of, words are choices that we make. And
Sure. I
Well-
like to talk when I'm murdering too. I'm like, take that.
The planet that we're headed for supposedly has some mind flares on it.
oh,
We're trying to
Yeah.
avoid them, but
no,
you don't have
we
to
should
avoid
go
them.
straight there right away.
Why do you want to kill them? I mean, seems like a lot of work.
Well, they're evil.
Well, hey, it's preaching to the choir, man.
Yeah. So the less of them, the better. And it's kind of a Githyanki rite of passage to
Oh,
go
Well-
exploring the stars, find yourself, tour Europe for a little bit, and you come home.
I mean,
with
I
a
Right?
get
gift.
it.
So
you know.
this is like your bar mitzvah.
this is like Rumspringa.
Rumspringa.
It's more like a gift mitzvah.
Rumspringa, yeah.
I guess
Mitzvah.
a
Bar gifts.
Bargitska.
Bar gifts.
There's a joke in there. Yeah, we'll find it. Don't worry.
I
At the
can't.
end of the
It's
night.
stuck. The joke is stuck in my throat.
Well,
Help.
I mean, the guy's got he's got a point. They are evil, and he's got a cool bike, so I trust him instantly.
Also, you have that mist coming out of your eye. That's awesome.
Why?
Yeah, that's
So you
Super
just want to
cool.
corner one mind flayer and murder him to impress your friends and then go home?
Well, I mean, when you say it like that, it sounds kind of awful, but I will take the head with me because I have to prove that I killed it.
He's
so.
going to take the head with him, of course.
Klik, you're familiar with martial rites of passage?
Yeah, this sounds right up Klik's alley.
It sounds
Yeah.
like something
This-
that would make
This doesn't sound like a fair fight. This sounds like you want to corner
I
one
agree.
in an alley. and
It doesn't
drug
sound
him.
like a fair fight because one
They weren't
against a
fair.
mind flare, it's unfair the
That's
other
true.
way.
That's true. If you can prove your prowess against a mind flayer,
Click, you're constantly claiming things are rites of passage. You said the last donut was a rite of passage, and you took it from me.
what's a rite of passage?
Yeah, yes, it's all a rite of passage when it benefits Click. But when it's our new friend,
I deserve it because I was taller and faster than you.
exactly. I remember the speech. Yes, I remember.
And question for the DM: we are all familiar with mind flayers on board.
Yeah.
The
yeah,
ship?
yeah.
Great.
And if you weren't, it was been discussed that Talon's contact is at least she's been kind of vague about it, but at least outside of Glyph, a planet that is known for being occupied by mind flayers.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, just making sure.
Dangerous.
Yeah, Talon kind of steps up and she's like, "See, now this is what I've heard about Githyanki, that you all come here with a vengeance, with a quest, and that you do cool shit. It seems like you're doing cool shit. Yeah. So like, I don't know, where she looks at you and goes, "Where are you? Like, where do you come from?"
I mean, what? Who's asking? Oh, you're asking. Sorry.
Me, yeah.
Yeah. Well, the astral plane. That's where we mostly make our home
Really?
these days. So.
What's that? What does that mean?
It's the astral sea. It's another plane of existence. That's kind of a lot like where we are right now.
And you came here just on that your little ship over there.
Yeah, they open a portal here and there. You kind of you dodge through. It's really, you got to go fast. And when you reach 88 kilometers an hour, you poke right through the astral plane back into Spelljammer.
Wow, that's
Right.
I've driven so many Spelljammer ships, and I've just never tried going 88. That seems
Yeah,
like an easy-
it's
I'm
the
gonna-
magic
I'll try it
number.
next time.
You got to have the Nux capacitor on the back though.
I was gonna
It's
say.
a royalty-free version of a
Yeah, it's a legally distinct version of the
very
flux
different in
capacitor.
its own thing.
Yeah.
Um,
I assume it's
she's-
Nux KNUCKS, right? It's a Nux capacitor. Come on.
The captain is going to come over the Rocky Talkie here, these sending stones that everyone has, that the captain's voice comes out of, and he's like, "Is the fellow Spelljammer safe?
Yes, Captain.
Do you
They're
need your-
fine.
Do you need your
Yes.
repairs or anything?"
Yes, Captain, it's very safe, and it's much better drawn than the other Spelljammer. Than ours.
Don't get in your
It's-
head, Moonboy. Now
But it's smaller. It's smaller, Captain. It's easier to put that kind of fine detail on a really small
It's
one.
really cool. It's really cool.
He's like,
He
cool,
touches
well,
it again while nobody's looking. Beep. Just a quick one.
I mean, ours could be redrawn too. There's no reason. There's no reason it couldn't be.
I guess that's true. I guess probably could squirrel away some time.
I've heard it's Spelljammer. It's one drawing and that's it.
Those are
It's
the
a
rules.
hard and fast second
That's
edition.
what I
So-
understood the rules to be.
I'm excited about your lore video about how many times you're legally allowed to draw things. That's for Yumi only. It's like weird module where they made a metaverse. Okay, so the captain is kind of like inquisitive, but he seems more nervous than anything and wants to continue moving for you all. He kind of like asks you all to get a read on you, Darzig, if you are interested in continuing on with him for right now, or like what if you need anything to kind of like move on. Talon, this mechanical armed woman, does, when you talk about that, your quest in front of her too, she mentions like, oh, I'm getting us out of here. I'm navigating us away out of this nebula, and she explains to you like, yeah, we're kind of like inside of this area. In order to get where there are more mind flayers, we need to get out of here. So yeah, she seems.
Do you know what those fire things were?
Oh
No, we have no
I
idea.
have no idea.
It's a first.
Could I do a
It's like a
history
bunch
check
of
on this?
natural ones in this group.
You can do a history check, yeah, and also you see, Darthic, you see a small green kobold who looks very old in a little robe, and Talon, the mechanical arm woman, leans over to you and she's like, oh yeah, that's Cobble, the kobold. It's a weird thing. She's
Not
also
weird.
going
She's
to
a
make-
navigator.
Yeah, she's also going to make a history check on those. And what did you get?
I got a natural 20.
Look at
There it is.
Ones
On
and
only the finest choices.
Yeah, you're glad that you drenched yourself in water because these are tiny sentient stars, just like sparks of starfire that has gained a bit of consciousness. You have heard them referred to as Elmarin, Elmarin, and they are more mischievous, like pesky bits of astral being than anything else. And they are just like
rave lights.
yeah, they are more of like like pesky creatures
like
that are made
little
of
poltergeists.
Trillowisps.
yeah.
Is that
a
a
bit,
joke?
yeah. So yeah, is there anything else specific you want to know about them?
Do
You
they
did get a natural 20, so if you haven't
They
asked,
have a like a big mama.
Do they? Yeah, I guess I would be curious. Like, are there larger groups of them? Are
Will
they
they be
common
back?
or uncommon? Yeah. Should we expect to see more of them? And if
you
so,
know-
is there a way to disperse them without even fighting them?
you know that they are known for traveling in a pack, but the 6 that you saw there like makes sense for the pack that you clocked there. Since you got a natural 20 on this, I will if you tell me how you know this at all, I will give you another kind of like helpful piece of information.
I heard
you gotta
I
sell
heard
it.
a song about these bits of star back at Bard's College. It was a song that I didn't.
Cute. Campfire songs?
Yeah, it was like a. Having never seen them, it was kind of one of those songs. It was like,
man.
oh, this is just a fanciful
man.
idea. But now I'm like recalling the lines of the song.
How did the song go?
I don't remember it well enough to sing it, but
You can just recite it. That'd be fine.
it's kind of what Harlan's been saying. Just imagine it rhyming.
Sure. Yeah, was the thing made of fire?
Darshan's like, weird, I got this ukulele. Do you want to just try? Like,
Yeah, I'll play his ukulele and try to sing the song.
Yeah, that's with that. Like, you kind of have this moment where I'm absolutely canonically giving Darzik a tiny little ukulele. It's made out of like weird warped wood, and
Astral wood.
yeah, exactly, yeah, just a little bit of Yggdrasil, and they're. Thanks for laughing at that. I appreciate that.
No, I was like, that's probably a pretty powerful item. That's canon. It's canon that he has it. He has a piece of the
Changing
world tree.
world
Yeah.
with this like world tree ukulele.
One
World tree ukulele.
song, yeah.
Harlan did it. It's too late.
So you kind of like are plucking a little tune to it, and you say this like last verse to yourself that you realize that the rest of it is more jokey, but the last verse is like a warning to something called a blazoid, which is like its bigger brother almost, this like larger, more intense version of it. And
More intense.
Whoa.
It's always talking about like factory farming and stuff. And
yeah.
Yeah. Like,
But beware the big mama, the blazoid. Oh,
yeah, and I'll tell everyone about this blazoid.
I knew there was a big mama in the equation.
It's like da 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 da, and everybody's dead.
Yeah.
something, 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 or you'll end up dead.
That was a beautiful song.
So wait, what? So we should just sort of get out of here, or maybe
just
expect them to
time to
come
move.
back, or
Keep moving.
let's. Yeah.
Stay vigilant, I
Oh,
guess.
actually, Andrew, will you have Windrider give me a performance check? And if you sing the song really well, I'll give you one tiny little extra piece.
Yeah.
Come on, Andrew. What's
Come
your
on,
favorite
It's one, of
song?
the, it's one of the two things I'm good at. Oh, I'm not singing the song, but I'll
Sing
roll
it
for
to
it.
DC
Copacabana.
17.
I got a dirty 20.
There we go.
Performance is the second thing I'm good at.
You never actually do
Jason,
it. You're always
you're
too
on.
embarrassed.
That was a good twinkle. Shout out to Jason, who we have a live soundtrack. He's improvising this whole time. It's amazing.
Andrew's gonna scat over it. Here we go.
We're on a spaceship.
Yeah, that's the song. It's like
skippity beep bop ba doop bop beep bop.
all right. I'm sorry, Harlan. Go ahead.
No, it's okay.
I'm being stupid.
The last two lines are when you come across see, I just can't pull anything better. I can't pull anything better than this in this time, so I'm just going to do it.
It's fine. You don't even have to have a rhyme. I can.
When you come across a star that isn't as nice, the best place to hide yourself is amongst the ice. And when you say that out loud, Talon from the back with a mechanical arm goes, Shard Lake, there's ice there. And she gets really excited as it is the next point kind of that she has talked about, specifically about being a place where you needed to get to in order
And-
to...
Also, K.A.I definitely hit it with some ice, and it seemed to hate it.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna say that if anybody has any ice stuff,
Good to know.
because I
Worth
don't.
remembering.
No.
Yeah.
Mine's all fire.
Mine's
With,
music-based mind magic.
Hey, it worked. It worked for you. With that kind of like celebration and piece of knowledge, we're gonna cut to break real quick. Where we're gonna take 5 minutes to drink and pee, drink, pee, and then we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in 5 minutes to
Oh God.
Jesus.
have Andrew break more things. So
As Andrew
Shout out-
cleans up that snow globe he just
yeah,
dropped.
to all of you on break, while you're taking a drink and take a pee, make sure you go follow Jordan right here on Twitter, on YouTube. He's our guest today. If you're here, you're
Hell,
probably
I have
fan
a
of the-
Twitch that you
You have
can
a
sub
Twitch?
to as well. Or by sub, I mean follow, because
Damn.
I'm not a partner.
Yeah, we follow it. I'll post the links in the chat during the break, but make sure you go follow because we're super appreciative for him being here and we want to
Yeah.
So thank you so much.
Welcome in.
Okay, cool. We'll see you in a second. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back. All right, hi, hello. We are back here as the crew is celebrating because, well, at least Talon and Goat are, because there is a Spelljammer, a smaller than the current ship they are on, Spelljammer, parked on the deck here. They have warded off some spooky little fire boys, and it just so happens that this Gith Yankee from another world, Darsic, is on the same path as them, trying to get out of this nebula, and Talon is happy to throw down that it seems like the best place to go to avoid any more fire big mamas is to head toward Shard Lake. So we're going to leave it here to the party real quick, as you all need to navigate yourself to this kind of like frozen area of the nebula and do whatever you will. So, floor is yours, players.
Darzik, can I offer you something to eat, something to drink? Anything that you really miss from home that I could prepare for you, I would be glad to give it a shot.
Man, I mean,
I don't know much about Githyanki cuisine, but...
I'd love a cigarette.
Okay, I can try to figure out how to make that.
Yes. Cook us up 2 cigarettes, please, Kai. I'll have one too. I want to try Githyanki cuisine as well.
I'll have to consult my books. I'll be right back.
Come on.
Talon walks over and she's like, "Oh, I got this." And her mechanical finger opens and one single cigarette comes out.
Cool.
She's so cool.
Oh,
Talon's
did you
so
make
cool.
that? That sounds terrible. Finger smokes. What?
Is that part of you?
No, I just keep it in. It's like a knife. I have a knife in the other one. She puts up her middle finger and it's like a knife comes out of that. She's like, it's really dangerous when you've been drinking. It's very.
I believe
Middle
we
finger
were-
cigarette
we said,
is way funnier.
I believe we said we were both hungry, Talon.
She's like, only one fits in there. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Moonboy.
I just keep one.
Sorry, little man.
A bad day. Yeah.
It's all right.
When he's not looking, she puts her other finger up and another cigarette comes out. Which you can do a perception check for if you want to.
Yep. It's a 13.
Cool, I got a natural 1. So when she does that, she's like, kind of does it right in front of your face, thinking you're distracted, and you can just whoomp it from her too, because
I grab it and jam it in my mouth.
No, look, you're not supposed to. I mean, it's too late.
It's
gone.
delicious.
Yep.
I welcome you.
that's actually the second time Moonboy has eaten a cigarette.
That's true.
Is that true?
Yeah, he ate one outside of Murderitaville.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
That's right. I'm an
What
old
happened?
salt. Watch out for me.
Okay, so no food.
I'm stuffed.
Do your people gain nourishment from the smoke? So that works?
No, where I'm from, the astral plane, that is. You don't really need to eat.
Oh, interesting.
Guy doesn't eat.
Time just stops, and we do it for fun. So I've just kind of got in the habit of smoking.
Does that?
Do you just photosynthesize the coolness?
The coolness?
Yes, you are pretty cool. I have a second part to that question. Is everyone where you're from? Do they all rock?
Some roll, but yeah.
Nice. I guessed as much.
Very good. Very good.
I mean, I'd say most people are pretty metal where I'm from.
Really? Like me?
Well, no. I mean, you're physically metal, but we're like, I mean, the Githyanki as a whole are emotionally, spiritually, just metal. And he throws up the horns,
Wow.
Emotional metal.
I mean, like, let's just, Bug Lady, where are you from? What's your home planet?
Oh God, I have no idea. What is my home planet called?
She's panicking. Colorado.
Klik. What? That's my name.
Yeah, I mean, what? Like, if this is Rachel not knowing, which I know.
This is Rachel. Yes, obviously, Klik knows where she's from.
Yes, this is Rachel. Please, just give me an answer.
Planet Rachel.
If you want to give him a straight answer, I will give you a straight answer to give him. But if you do not have to either.
Yeah. Planet none of your beeswax.
That was
Yeah.
honestly.
And you see, that's not cool. But where I'm from, we live on a giant dead god that's floating around in the astral sea.
That's metal.
That's
I get
metal.
it. I get
Effing
it.
metal.
Thank God.
I have an additional question. Yes, Darzik. I'm the Moonboy. I sleep in a pickle barrel.
That's
was
more of a
wondering-
description than a question. But
Sure, it's kind of a title. Hello, I'm the Moonboy. I sleep in a pickle barrel.
I misunderstood. Go ahead.
Now,
Your question, sir.
when you go, how do you plan to get back? Do you have some sort of are you just going to jam through space into 88 miles, right? Are you saying that this
Kilometers,
bike,
yeah.
kilometers, this bike can jam through space and time?
We didn't talk about this, Mr. DM.
Yeah. As far as we know, this is like one of the few ships that does that, right?
Yeah.
Like the Dinger itself.
Yeah. So,
do I have like I don't know, like I pull out a little astral grenade and it zips me back or something?
no. So
I gave you 2 bags of holding.
you. Nice. So you would know this too. So this is kind of like you can share as much as you want with the party, but you're on this trip that is a rite of passage for you all, and there was a sun at a star forming at the middle of this nebula, and the Gith have a window through it that is kind of like when you explain astrophysics to me, where it's like, sure, I know what you're talking about, like, yeah, sure, kind of when it's explained to you how they have the ability to go in and out through it, but they've made all the elders in your community and stuff have made a big deal to you about it, that they have this door to this world that you can go through, accomplish your goal, and then come back through. So, it is not anything special about your ship. It's more so of like they have this door.
Right. So the ship, really fast. You got that duct's capacitor, and when you hit 88 kilometers an hour, there's flames that come out the side. Not the creepy flames that attack you, but like really cool ones that are on like a line. And you just and then boom, space and time. You hear a weird like. And like a box that's of police starts floating around. It's
sure. I've seen the box. Yes.
Yeah.
We've seen the box out here from time to time. Interesting. That all does.
So I mean, when I get home, I'll do that, and arguably it's going to be a little more because I'll have the head of a mind flare with me. But
yeah, you're gonna have to try to get that through the.
Yeah, through customs, it's a bitch.
But
what do you need? Do you have anything to declare, sir? And you're like, no, but you're covered in mind flare blood. It's awful.
And you're definitely holding a head of a mind flare. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, like this is. I don't want.
Just tell them it's a papaya, or maybe that's worse.
I don't want to like burden our guest with the whole like context of all of this, but like
sure.
What he is giving you.
So anyway.
Yeah. Well, no. I just mean like I don't want them. I'm sorry.
This is fine. Go ahead. Whatever. I'm sorry.
I'm very.
Are these people bothering you, sir?
I can leave at any time. That was the deal. I just.
No, but the things he is sharing with you are revolutionary inside of like the concepts of what the information you have accessed. Like when he shares any of that with you, Talon is like freaking out a little bit. Like you can see her just kind of like levitating a little bit, like getting excited. Like Goat and Relic are both busying themselves to kind of like listen more and more. And even Cobble, this like little kobold, you've seen herself like kind of like tuck herself amongst the ropes of the sails up here, and everyone is listening to you because it is a big deal.
Does it seem legit based on what I know about?
You can do an insight check if you want to.
Okay. I'm less reading him and more reading his math.
Sure.
You know. 15.
It's actually like hearing a Githyanki, which you've heard about, and you've heard about the astral plane as like ideas. You've seen things that makes like it's probably real, but hearing a Githyanki say these things to you, and it's like aliens being confirmed almost, like which they are, and
nice. Thank you.
Yeah,
What?
No problem, Jordan. That's what this feels like. It's like he's just like proof.
Sure.
Truth is
Fascinating. Fascinating.
So this is just a journey for your people as youths to prove yourself.
They call it a rite of passage. You know, the matriarch lady. She tells us you go out, kill yourself a mind flare, bring it back. You see, they did a great disservice to my people. Like mind flares.
Sure.
The mind flares.
They took us.
like
They bred us.
confirmation?
They put weird, worms. There was a ceramorphosis type of thing in our heads, and then we turned into mind flares. It was all awful.
Kind of
Sounds
a
terrible.
hentai thing. Gross.
No, not at all. Actually, that's very different from what you're thinking. Whatever you're thinking, the complete opposite. Nothing to do with any of that. So, more in the head, not in the. Never mind.
Talon is going to be clearly writing things down behind you all, and then you just hear this tiny little voice above you go, "I found the lake," and you see this green kobold hanging out in the rigging of the ship and kind of like laying back, and she points forward, and you can see what looks like a crystal opal, almost like this oval shaped pocket amongst this swirling asteroid field that is clearly frozen because of the shine to it, this like glimmer, and it is like noticeably blue amongst the kind of like violet haze of the nebula that is around you. And Talon is like, "Oh, great! Like this is it. All we have to do once we're on the other side of this thing, it's just straight through the Eyes of 1,000 Graves, and we're on to Glyph. Glyph, which is," and she gestures to you.
The eyes of what? I'm sorry.
Eyes of 1,000
That was my reaction.
Everyone
Yeah.
gets so hung up on that. Talon said.
It's
just
called
through
the Eyes of 1,000 Graves.
I know, but it's a burial. It's just like a cemetery for an ancient people.
Yeah, what do you want? Like a big
fair enough.
fun name for a graveyard? Cuckoo Honeyland. No.
That sounds nice.
But it doesn't. It's
I'd
not
love to go.
descriptive.
I'll take you to Cuckoo Honeyland.
Well,
I
now
wish
I
we
want
were
to
going-
go.
I wish we were going to Eyes of 1,000 Candies.
Yes.
there you go.
Well, let's rename it. Maybe we'll
It's
call it
also a
that
cemetery, but it's just not as creepy.
for intents and
That's
purposes.
not. Yeah, we could even. Yes, that's good.
Is,
Candy of 1,000 Eyes.
Yeah, I like that.
Talon looks at you and is like, "Is that on the astral plane too? Is there a lot of candy? Is that you when you die? Do you become candy? Because if so, I just want to know for my notes."
Yeah. Sure, kid. Yeah.
So
Okay,
wait,
roll a deception check, because if you succeed, she's just gonna believe this forever.
Cuckoo Honeyland is real.
That is a 13.
Cool, I got an 8. So
Alright.
she's like, "Okay, got it. Like just like
Yeah.
doesn't even."
Have you heard of
Acknowledge
the phrase dying like a piñata? That's a phrase in GIF Yankee that we say, where it's almost like an ascension,
Yes.
and the candy just flies
candy
out
of
of
death.
you.
Whoa, okay. She's like, "I get that. That makes sense. I think
Yeah.
I've had that dream before." She says,
It's-
kind of like.
And then, I mean, it's part of the circle of life. You become candy, the candy goes down to the prime material plane, little children eat the candy, they grow up, they die, they become candy. It just keeps going. It's an endless cycle.
As
Yes.
as you're explaining this legend to her, that she is now going to do everything she can to propagate throughout the universe. Can I have Klik and let's say Flute? Can you all roll perception checks for me?
You hear the Moonboy agreeing with you, saying, "Yes, the sweetest delicacy is the gore of one's enemies."
And you know what they say, like the Gith will ride into battle like today is a sweet day to die.
I said it this morning.
Yeah.
Rachel, is that a 16 or 15 or a 6?
No, it was a 7.
Oh, okay, cool. I missed the other. Yeah.
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 She has 5 fingers on her head.
Yeah.
the
Well,
thumb was
the way
sneaky.
Klik does it is 3 and 3 and then
Yeah.
1 on the third.
Some sort of appendage. Out
The
of
little
nowhere.
arm.
They kind of cross over, and it's. Or you do
Flute's-
2 2 you do 2 2 and then 2.
Flute was apparently re-wetting his body in the barrel because I got a 1.
Great. Okay, cool.
Duh.
Yeah, I
So
rolled a
you will-
3.
This is insane. That's like the 6th one, right?
This is truly cataclysmic. I just really hope that you're getting them all out of the way now. as you all are able to float into this ice pocket of the nebula, you can see why it's referred to as Shard Lake, because it just has all of these bits of what look like a combination of meteors and like small bits of maybe like dust and water, like just like pockets of like vapor basically that have coalesced into these large ice rocks. And it's odd here. It seems to be like swirling around a center that you again are kind of able to very directly avoid, but getting yourself inside of this oval of like ice basically is good. It's like almost brings relief, especially with this information that it feels like you're like, oh, we're across the finish line. We're in the safe zone here because of what Windrider has shared with you. But right as you've crested through, you can see it was harder to see inside of the fog, the haze of this nebula, but as you're in kind of this like blue glow of this iced area, you feel everything is colder. It's very cold inside of here as soon as you kind of like cross into this different color of haze. And you can see a light behind you getting bigger and bigger, like very, very fast. And pretty much as soon as any of you all notice it, it looks like a globe at first. It truly looks like a glowing globe. But when you see any of that, it quickly, as it gets closer, bits of it become more distinct, and it's just like moving at a very fast pace because of how rapidly it's getting bigger. And you see its head kind of like lean up, and it looks like you almost think it's a meteor for a second because it has this like oblong shape to it, and you see just like a swirl out from its back like a big long line, and you hear Cobble, the little kobold from up top, go, "Well, I'm going to go down below because I think we're going to get eaten by that thing that is coming toward us." And
What thing?
she kind of like gestures over, and let's just go ahead and have you all just start an initiative here as this thing, in case if you're ready, we can click over to this wonderful map we have by Every Maps a Story on Instagram. It's the person who's drawing our maps. He also drew the motorcycle here. And I will intro the monster here kind of in a second, but first I want to get this initiative order down and get you all set on the map. Feel free to move yourself around the ship here as you place yourself.
So he's behind us?
Yes, he's going to be coming up from the back end behind you all. So yeah, I will even kind of like this ice-droid, let's call it. That's kind of in the middle, down on the below. He's going to come right to the left of that. It seems that's where the glow is coming through. So just to roll down the list real quick.
It's a mama fire.
I thought you said mama, like modifier. I thought that's what you
It's a modifier.
Sorry, Kai, what did you get?
7.
7, all right. Windrider, what did you get?
18.
All right. Klik.
8.
Moonboy.
10.
And last but not least, Darzig.
13.
13, all right.
I have rolled a 2, a 3, and a 4 tonight. 2 2s, in fact.
Hey, they're going up though.
Hey, we're getting
only
there.
16
One
more
at a
rolls and
time.
you'll hit that.
Trending up.
I know. I mean, I thought I rolled bad for the monster on the initiative, but I guess I did okay.
Well, when we set the bar so high.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. So,
Monpleur.
give me just a tiny little second here. Okay, cool. So, Case, if you want to go ahead and throw up the art here, you will see this large form that is about the size of a building, its head is the size of a small ship, just kind of burst through the purple haze that is behind you, and you see what is now should be up on screen here. I'll throw it up on our Roll20 board.
What?
It's like full, just like glowing, like cuts through here. As you can maybe see how this was once a star, like was once this like tiny little burning flame, but has projected itself into a full
It's like the
white
most
dinosaur
evolved
form.
Charmander I've ever seen.
It's the most.
Starmander.
It's the most.
Starzard.
Starmander.
Starzard works. Yeah.
Starzard.
Does this fit the bill of a Blazoid?
Charistar. Charistar? Is that better?
Starzard. Yeah, the first one.
It does. It usually Blazoids would be circular, like in this like look like an actual star, but it's not uncommon for them to take a shape of some sort. So
This one just
one
happens
is a
to be a
6-year-old boy.
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
yeah.
It's the most Spelljammer shit I've ever been asked to draw, and I was
And you
so
have
excited.
outdone yourself, my friend.
I love it.
It's
I'd wear a
good. I'm
t-shirt
so
with
pumped
that
with
thing
it.
on.
Right?
Dude, I would get that thing tattooed on my body.
Oh, okay. Hey, good news, Patreon backers. If we hit their goal,
This is actually kind of created by Jordan with a PH because you just mentioned offhand one time about how like you and I were talking about whether or not dinosaurs belong in D&D, and it just gave me that little spark of like I had planned on using this monster for a while, but I was like, they could look like a T-Rex. They could take a form of a T-Rex. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna make it a T-Rex now.
this
So,
is the best inclusion of a dinosaur I've ever seen.
Yeah.
In D&D. So, hats off.
If we
without a
if we
doubt.
get eaten by a DinoStar, I'm
Dinosaur.
And
Is that a
just
show?
a
DinoStars?
question for the DM: is this large or huge?
Duck's Dinosaur.
it is huge. Technically, it is a 40 or 20 by 20. It's taking up a 20 by 20 square. So
Yeah, he said the size of a building.
yeah. So great.
Yeah.
We're gonna start
Hachi
here
Machi.
with Windrider. You see this thing kind of just like cut through the haze here and just be. It is flying too. It looks like it's stepping, but it's just propelling itself.
Is it on the map?
in the air? Yes, it is. It's down here below. Yeah.
It is southwest of the ship.
Yeah.
Not to be greedy with that nat 20 I got remembering the Blazoids. Is there any like they can't be like bargained with or
They
anything.
don't like cinnamon.
I mean,
Quick,
are they
sing them the-
like
sing them the
mischievous?
song!
I guess what I'm asking is, are they mischievous like those little fire boys, or are they more malicious?
I want to make you roll another history check, but the DC is lower because of the nat 20 before. I just want to kind of like continue,
Okay.
like as you're delving deeper to see how many verses of this song.
I'm like
you
humming
know.
the song as fast as I can.
Yeah.
15.
15.
Yeah,
That was so good.
Jason is the best.
He's the best sung hero by his own
Yeah,
keys.
the most sung hero.
Yeah. They are known to be able to speak telepathically. That's what you get out of 15. So.
Just speak telepathically. Okay. I rummage in my satchel. I pull out a small crystal vial that I like give a vigorous shake, and it glows a bit. And I'm going to cast Hypnotic Pattern in a 30-foot cube, basically around this thing's head, and it's just a twisting pattern of swirling colors, kind of this like green and purple light, and I need this starry T-Rex to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Cool. What's the range of that spell?
120 feet.
Cool, you got it. So you absolutely can do it. Wisdom saving throw, and this would charm it, right?
If it fails to save, it's charmed, it's incapacitated, and has a speed of 0.
Okay, Okay, cool. It is not immune to charm, and I rolled a 6. So it is. You see this huge, made of starfire, size of a building creature just burst through this. And then your bard of your party steps up to the edge here as it starts to let out just like a... And right when it does, you see just whoom around it, and it goes...
Starts reaching for butterflies.
Just floating in space, zero gravity.
Go, 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 go.
It is currently distracted.
Okay,
Seriously.
Don't hurt! Don't hurt it! Don't hurt it! That's only gonna last for a minute.
But big monster.
Oh, okay.
Cool. It is currently in this just like distracted state. It's like bursts through and it's just like looking up and it stopped moving toward you all.
I'm going to like move over by the railing and duck down and try to concentrate on maintaining concentration on the spell.
Cool. It is now. God, it doesn't even get to make a save at the end of its turn, does it?
It's a shitty spell. It's a shitty.
No, it's great. This is
Enemy
incredible.
busting.
It was
does
its
it?
turn next. It was its turn next.
Not anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't get to save?
No.
Nope.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But it only lasts a minute, and
What a good
then
spell.
it's done,
and
and we can't hurt it, or it instantly ends.
Yeah. So I mean, its turn is done. It kind of just like looks up and it's just like swatting at some of the colors with its little hands, and then it tries to take big bites of them, but it's just
adorable.
seems like a dog chasing a fly more than anything else. All of a sudden.
Nobody move.
Its sight is based on movement.
Can we run? Like, what do we do?
Yeah, do we just pick up the walkie-talkie and go, Goliath, jam?
Can we?
It is his turn. It is Goliathan's turn next.
Yeah. Can we hit terminal speed where we are?
No, I mean, not you can't do that anywhere in the nebula because of the kind of like debris
Right.
around.
Okay,
but
okay.
you absolutely can continue on like with a minute's time here, like getting some distance from it.
But I mean, then it's just gonna keep coming. We can. What I think.
Yeah.
So out of character.
Oh yeah, it
if I
doesn't.
may.
If we leave range, the spell doesn't end. The spell ends if they take damage or it gets shaken out of its stupor. So we would have a 1 minute head start on it.
Yeah.
Well,
So
No, so I will present this like we can do this one of two ways, like out of game. Like I know it's like the big fight at the end, but like I am absolutely down to totally abandon this if you all can like find your way around it. So
listen,
High speed
creative
dino
problem
chase.
solving.
High speed dino chase.
I think. I think we can set ourselves up for success. We could set ourselves up for a surprise attack on this thing, or high-speed dino chase.
I mean, you had me at Dino Chase, so.
Yeah.
And then high speed was just that cherry on the top. So.
I will.
Although a ridiculously slow Dino Chase would be equally fun.
Let's say. Let's do this. If the party feels good about like pedal to the metal, we've charmed this thing. Let's get out of here. I want someone to present a skill to me. We're just gonna do this skill challenge wise, and I will significantly reduce its hit points if you all are able to kind of like successfully aid in this chase. Like, you know, the right now the beast gets charmed. It gets charmed, and now you're like, cool, Captain, let's get out of here. So you're now pushing through, as you can see, these like very thick and beautifully drawn, like iced
very good.
asteroids here, and it's not easy to maneuver through. So, kind of like give me these moments, and this beast will once it is and does pursue you, will kind of like crush itself in pursuing you if you all are successful in this first round. So, give me that skill check. I need 3 of you. One of them has to be Darzig because he's our guest. to present your skills here and what you're using to help yourselves kind of get away from this celestial reptile.
Darzig would like to use. So I am proficient in land vehicles, i.e., spelljammers. So can I roll Arcana and like run over to my ship and start plugging my ship into their ship to either give it directional like help or possibly energy to like fly better?
Yes. Yes. I mean,
Double jamming it.
I do
An
that.
aux cable appears, all these plugs. Just
Yeah.
He's gonna hack the jam.
Can I use my like Tinker's tools as a part of this as my skill check to try and help make this happen?
actually, I was gonna say if you are willing to sit yourself out as a person who is doing a skill check, I'll give him advantage on it as he kind of like gestures to this, and you just like. You all of a sudden this arcane being.
What a good idea!
Yeah, it just like jumps in. It's like you guys aren't even talking. You're just like plugging and going.
I've got an HDMI cable right here.
It only takes parallel ports. I got the older model.
That's all right.
Can the Moonboy do a survival check to kind of jump to the prow of the boat and pull up the walkie-talkie and say, "Jam, Goliath, and jam as you've never jumped before," and then plot out a course?
Yes, only because I love the idea of you up front just like pointing and like saying almost nonsensical things that Goliath is going. And yeah, let's just do these dice rolls all at one time. And so
Okay.
I will use a dex check or an acrobatics check and just maneuver sails and make sure we're all of our ragtag sails are pointed in the right direction and holding together.
Yeah, I will specifically say this survival check is the Moonboy calling out icebergs from the front of the boat.
So
helping navigate, I suppose. Not navigate, but maneuver.
Yeah.
Just to give us a cool scene, like you are like walking to the edge of the mast, and like you're doing that. You're like leaning off the edge, like pulling the sails as you're needing to make a lot of hard cuts inside of these asteroids too. So, and with this, the thing that your Spelljammer Darzig is giving them is a bit more mobility, as it is built to be smaller and cut quick and move around. And so, by like chaining,
I'm like revving the engine at just the right time. Like she pulls it over, and I'm like,
yeah, exactly. It's like pushing the butt of it like around. Yeah. This is just Tokyo Drift, but with Spelljammers.
Hell yeah.
So let's start with.
I'm just picturing us all watching this dinosaur approach, and then just like run, like
Run away! Oh shit! It's hurt! Run!
Yeah. So yeah, you all are pushing through these icebergs, and you see once you're about a minute away, like you're about like, let's say, I can do the math real quick. So 10 times 80 is you're about 800 feet away at this point.
Okay.
And let's have Darzig. Let's have you roll with advantage first. I'm gonna give you a DC of 17 here to give you all the ability that you need.
All right.
And you can roll Arcana. Yeah.
I rolled a 9, which is not good. But then I rolled a 19.
There we go.
So 22.
22. Between you and Kai, you just you literally like build. It's like connecting two electricity wires where you don't really need that much except for like his seat is a helm. You quickly realize, and just by like putting a few conduits against the ship itself, it's giving it this like extra power, and you can kind of like rev it and push it around here and there to get around these icebergs. And then Moonboy, give us that survival check, because you are just
Survival check. That is going to be a 22.
boy. I was gonna.
Again, that's the same number.
I was gonna make the DC 18 here, as it's a bit hard to make these calls, but you're just boom, boom, boom. Like you make a bunch of calls that are right in the sense of like some of these ice blocks that you can just straight up go through too. So it's like giving you this extra pathway as you see this spectral astral dinosaur just not gaining any ground on you at all. It's just barreling behind you. You can see in the mist like this big burn streak in the dust that is behind you, and it too is just bursting through asteroid after icy asteroid. So you're still doing fine, but let's get that last roll.
I'm
Click here.
so afraid.
Oh, we left it. This is great.
With 2 successes, and especially the you all lining up the kind of drifting of the Spelljammer and these sails, all you need is DC 15 to get it.
Wait.
And you're adding athletics or
17.
17. There you go.
I rolled a 10.
There you go. So here you all are, pulling yourself just through this icy field, and it's the scene in Jurassic Park where it's chasing the gas-powered
Yeah,
jeep.
I look out of the mirror on my
Yeah.
side. I'm like, objects in mirror closer.
astral beings,
objects.
Yeah.
The Moonboy's eating shaving cream.
And it feels anticlimactic, except that you all just fucking outran a giant star spectral.
Oh, did we get away?
You have fully successfully gotten away from it.
Ooh.
And I will say that
Holy cow.
with enough crunches that this being has taken, you can see that it is significantly deteriorated itself, and it's going to have to spend its one legendary action that it has to burst its I keep using Fast and the Furious references, and I'm sorry. That's all I watched.
I'm on
over
board.
Thanksgiving, so
Never
We know what the
apologize.
people are here for.
it just fully has to hit the nos, and I'm gonna half its hit. I'm gonna I feel like this is a fair bit here. Is I'm gonna half its hit points and take away its legendary action.
Sure.
And because of this, it just shows up depleted, and then just looks at you all and roars. And there's just a bit of a gusto to it.
Oh, it's back.
This roar that is gone. Yeah, it just it hit the nos. It kind of had to burn its legendary action, would allowed it to.
It's all family.
yeah.
And it hit
Wait, I thought we got away. You said we got away.
I
Mostly.
You see, I'm thinking on my feet here, Jordan. Give me
Okay,
some
I get
goddamn
it.
slack.
I get it.
Yeah. So,
No, I like the moment of we're like, I think we
Yeah.
did. We got, and then yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it
then
appears.
We're
there's
gonna
some-
need a bigger Spelljammer.
Yeah.
Give it the bike.
So,
That is no.
Do it again.
Give it the gnome.
so yeah, with this, it has this moment of being able to propel itself. It had 2 legendary actions. One of it was its roar, and the other one was its. It could only use one, and the other one was gonna allow it to move, double its movement speed, not on its turn, and so it wasted those to
Correct.
kind of give this adrenaline rush and catch up with you
Correct.
all. And I'm gonna readjust some of these asteroids here in your favor
Yeah.
to kind of space things out here.
Shredded by a sea of bergs.
Yeah, absolutely. Shredded by a sea of bergs. And I'm just gonna put that one right there. Get over here and give you all a nice little barrier if you want to use it, just for fun. And let's do this dang thing as it
Let's
is
do
now.
Where is the dino now?
Yeah, I lost her.
I'm gonna put it over here, kind of in the same spot, catching up to you all. With this, you all were given ample time to prepare as well and kind of maneuver yourself. So if you want to position yourself in the boat in any way that you want to, you're welcome to. Moonboy, you can even activate your flight and be off the ship if you
I would
want.
love to do that.
Relic is on the ballista, right?
He sure is.
Late night dino fight.
At night dino fight. And to
Let me try that Moonboy flight.
jump right back in here, Darzik, you're actually up if we're going in the
holy
initiative
cow.
order that we picked up here. And yeah. Is this
Well, yeah, I don't.
just
I think
beaten down, burnt up? Like it seems less bright than it was before. Tyrannosaurus Rex comes, made of starlight comes toward you.
Go home.
I'm gonna adjust it a little bit. Yeah,
Sorry, I did not know it was my turn. Now I'm reading
it's
spells.
okay. No,
We'll
take your
figure
time.
this out.
Yeah, I mean,
But no,
absolutely-
I think he's so far away, and I don't necessarily want to jump off the ship, so I will do a couple Eldritch Blasts because they are 120 feet range, and I'm 110 feet away.
absolutely. Yeah, you all have. Talon's gonna join you up at the side of the ship here. All of you are just like the crew is just kind of like lined up, readying themselves here in this moment as they see it getting closer. What do you got against it?
Well, a 7, but the other one was a 22.
All right, cool. Yeah, so that first one kind of goes wide as it's hard to see exactly where you're supposed to hit on this thing, but with the second one you can lock it in and just you see it kind of like nick the shoulder of this thing and it still reacts even though it's this like colossally huge thing.
It takes 1 force damage.
Okay, hell yeah. And yeah, so it just kind of
Nice.
like you just see it kind of like look down at its shoulder and it lets out a like at you all and
Just
Kind of
gasps at
sad
you.
now.
yeah. It seems weary. It seems weakened.
Girl, you look like shit.
I just wanted to. Why don't you drop your wallet? Please slow down.
And you
A
after
pattern. I have epilepsy.
you hear after shooting it too, it just in your mind a voice go, I want to eat the things that you ride upon. And that's it.
It said that in whose mind?
In
All-
solely
everyone's?
Darzin's.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
It's all up here.
Cool. All right, and that's gonna bring up Talon, this person, the mechanical armed woman who is going to upcast a magic missile. She's like, "Don't worry, I will contribute to this." She says, kind of like throwing her thumb up. D4. And you just see her arm kind of like raise up, and all of these tiny, what look like spinning gears just pop out, but they have this arcane glow to it, and they all take off like tiny birds. And she rolled so high on those dice. I rolled 4 4s, which is 12, and another 3 is 15. And they all, you just see them all go into the side of the spectral being, and like little tiny explosions. And it takes 15.
Whistling birds, right? Right,
Yeah, exactly.
Mandalorian fans.
That's truly. And yeah, so it took 15 damage. It kind of like shakes its head, and you see Talon kind of like look up and be like, "Oh fuck!" Like surprised by what is maybe a voice in her head as well.
Oh,
And-
I thought you meant surprised by how good she did.
No. And that's gonna bring up Moonboy. You're up next here.
Okay, the Moonboy is going to cast once again his starry form, circle of the archer. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do. Does anybody need healing?
Seems like people are okay right now. You have evaded my every move.
Okay, give me just half a second. I want to see it. Is guidance a cantrip?
Yeah.
It is?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think so.
It is. It is.
I think
You just gotta touch somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, geez. I actually can't. So, no, it's not. But it's not a bonus action. So there's nothing else I can do at this point. You know what? I don't want to do that. Do you mind if I retcon?
Sure, go for it.
Okay,
Hey,
the Moonboy
You guys
moves.
outran a T-Rex tonight. You can do whatever
The
you want.
Moonboy moves forward. He casts Guiding Bolt on this creature. So that is going to be 14 to hit.
That hits actually. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, great.
It's
so
a big hulking thing. Is not super hard to hit.
Okay, great. So the damage is going to be 1,
All right.
3,
Okay, cool. We're still going.
1. Dang it. 3, 6, 7, 8 damage. The next attack gets advantage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you just see like as you hit it with this, like there is this aura out that is like encapsulating the already glowing thing, and it kind of like snaps around at it and it is distracted in this moment. So
Okay.
they're gonna get that advantage on the next attack. And the next attack is Klik.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry. It turns out I'm just learning this. My starry form is a bonus action.
Oh, look at you! All right.
So
Let's
I'll
keep
do it
rolling
next
for
time.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
It's good to know.
Okay.
Go for it.
I am going to pull my cha-cha out of my back pocket, and I'm going to take my 2 left hands, and I'm going to point and use Power of the Promise, and I'm going to choose a creature and mark it as my quarry, so I can
Okay.
deal an extra d6. And I'll try and huck my magical boomerang at it.
Huck!
Absolutely.
Huck it.
Yeah, you just
And I have advantage on this attack, or no?
You certainly do.
absolutely.
Well, those are. It's like 25 to hit, I think. It's
All right,
it's
yeah.
high. It's really high. Okay, so I get to roll 2d6. I haven't used this thing before, so. Oh, that's double-handed anyway. Okay. That's. What? Go away. Ah. 13 slashing damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so you just kind of like get down in this strong pose and chuck your it's like almost a bladed boomerang out, and it just goes absurdly far. As you can, it's almost like a bird itself, and like flying through here. And as this huge spectral creature is moving towards you all, it just slashes into it. You can see it react, like stick its head up in the air, almost like baring its knuckles as it takes this damage. And you hear a voice in your brain as well just say, "Give me something to eat, and I will leave."
Oh, don't have any snacks on hand. I will ignore the message. I'm gonna catch the cha-cha, pass it behind my back, and chuck it once again
Yeah,
to hit for a second attack.
I love that. Just totally
That's it.
ignoring it as you boom back in your hand.
Nah, 22 to hit.
Oh boy. See, we're just getting those ones out of the way, so when the spectral
or
dinosaur comes at
10,
you.
And that one is 15 damage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, it is. With this second hit, it is like it is absurd to see such a big creature be almost like brought to its knees by this tiny little object. But when it hits again, it almost hits in the same spot, and you can see the light kind of just like fade for a second as it kind of drops down and almost loses its footing while it's flying in the air. It doesn't make sense, but it kind of like stumbles here, and that is the end of its turn. Or end
That's
of
the end
your
of my
attacks.
turn.
Yeah, your turn. Yeah, sorry. I think as it kind of like does not respond.
All set.
Cool. Kai.
Kai, alright. I'm going to use my bonus action to once again recast Arcane Weapon and draw. This guy's not an Iceman, right? He's made of fire.
Yeah, he's made of white
Also,
fire.
like
yeah.
the other guys were. Alright, I'm going to draw some of the icy energy into my lightning launcher and shoot a freezing lightning bolt at him and blast him.
Is this the mom? Have we deduced that?
Yeah, it's the Blazoid.
Not the
Is this-
mama.
Not the mama.
It-
It's Papa.
that
Hello, 1996.
that is a 25 to hit.
Okay, that absolutely hits. You got. See, this is. I'm never feeling bad about your dice rolls ever again. But you're all
Just roll double ones for 2 of my
me.
damage
We're
dice.
like, we can't remember anything.
But we're good at killing everything that we
He's
encounter.
standing over you
What?
with a
Never seen that
goblin
before.
captain just
Kill
stabbing
it
you.
with fire. Kill it.
It came at us.
That is 8 points of lightning damage and 5 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And I will make my second attack. Unless
Don't
it does
need
something.
to because the cold damage is doubled here, and it has 14 hit points
Wow.
left. As you all just fucking crushed this thing, and I literally thought this was too mean to throw at you all. I'll post the stat sheet in our Discord lately. This is I kind of like modded I kit bashed the Tyrannosaurus Rex from the Monster Manual and the Blazoid assumption from the 2E together to make this thing, and it was just gonna be so mean, and you all did so good. So
Well, listen, honestly, until Flute stood up with that hypnotic pattern, I was like, all right, let's fight. And the second
Yeah.
it was like dazed, it was like, fuck this.
Yeah, that was very crazy.
We're lucky that it got
definitely
weakened
Windrider
by
is,
teleporting.
MVP
true.
there. Yeah.
So with that, like you are just able to hit with your arm cannon, and it just hits it, and you see the cold spread throughout it, and it just lets out a like out into the air, and when it dissipates, it kind of like dissipates into a cloud of like glittery dust, and you see a bunch of tiny sparkles wriggle around like fish almost, and like go in different directions and disperse throughout. So there seems to be something that maintains when it is
I look
gone.
over to the lady that gave me the cigarette and I go, candy.
Oh my, she's just like a high college student, you know, like, what? You know, in this moment, and looks at me, and she's like, that's...
Should we check out what it left behind?
I don't think it left behind much, right?
Something's persisting over there. Maybe it's, I don't know, magical gemstones or something.
You can do an Arcana check if you want to.
Yeah. I want to. Natural 20.
Yeah!
Baby.
Okay, can you roll...
These dice have been insane.
It's been weird tonight.
Truly.
Been
The
all
highs
over
and
the place.
lows
Ones
of Better
and
Than
20s.
Heroes.
Our dice are just showing off for Jordan.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
adding the drama to it.
Drama.
I will roll 6 d10 for me.
6 D10.
And tell me if you get any 10s. I dropped the dice because you got a natural 20.
First one is a 10.
God.
I don't know if that's good or bad. If it means that it's
Just keep
terrible
going.
acid.
We got 110.
110. 2 10s.
Oh my
Two
god.
tens.
What are the odds? Well, we know the odds.
As you're
On
going
60
through this, you can see this small wriggle that is like sparks from it, and there is a piece of your like arcane knowledge that clocks that there's probably some sort of cycle that is weirdly lining up. I had this written beforehand, but it's like lining up with the candy cycle that I was talking about before, where the stars are very hard to form and such, and so this seems to be a conglomeration of a lot of the like the smaller bits of star that you have found before, and it will probably start over now. This seems like a larva version of this, but they seem harmless. They're just kind of like going off in another direction, but amongst that you find 2 glowing rocks that automatically look magical. They're like finely polished. They seem like very smooth stones that automatically seem magical to you.
Can I?
I will. If we can drift over there, I will grab them up Like, take me over there. I want to look. And I will sort of carefully grab those 2 stones.
Scoop them
And they
up in
seem magical?
your bag of holding. Hold it off the Spelljammer.
The ship might have trouble getting to them, but
You snag him with one of those
Darcy, let's go. Can I ride on the back of your motorcycle?
Yeah, that's not happening. But I'll get him, and I run out there, and I'll pick him up, and I'll come back. How many are there? There's like what, 3, 4?
Yeah.
2.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And I'm like, hey,
let's take a look.
Some eggs or something. What do you got here? Making an omelet?
Yeah. They do look almost like small glowing eggs. Do you wanna? Are you casting Identify on them, or are you just?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I totally want to cast Identify.
Cool. There are 2 Ioun stones. Yeah.
Oh, I
So.
I don't know what that means. What is that?
Well, if you watch Jordan, he is silent.
what
talk to you about Ioun.
What do they do? That's exciting.
I will give you the stat sheets for them off stream.
Amazing.
I want to get out of here on time, but you will have 2 magical items that you can attune to, as it seems like the Blazoid left these behind, and it's like conglomerate form.
These are priceless treasures.
Yeah. So great. If with that you all are kind of like spend a little more time in this frozen field, the Talon is like, yeah, it's just like there's some sort of, just as your arm kind of like is able to pull from the vacuum here, this is like some sort of anomaly that allows the vacuum to be pulled from here as well. That keeps, it's like a cooling area. I don't know how it works. Don't ask me, but she's just kind of explaining it as you drift through. And you're able to crest the other side pretty easily with no, it doesn't seem like much lives out here in this region. And as you crest to the other side, you kind of like come open, out into the open, and there is, you can, like, you're used to seeing the expansive wild space as kind of just like fluctuating color that is mostly blackness in front of you, and it looks similar to that, except it's just full of twinkling lights. Just like these small, what look like fireflies. It looks like a field full of fireflies as far as you can see, until darkness forms around you. And Town is like, Grave of 1,000 Eyes. Get it? See the thing? That's why it's named this. Anyway, she looks at you, and she turns around and looks at you, Darcy, and is like, yeah, I mean, I don't know if you want to... I feel like you're much faster on that thing, so you're welcome to take off, but like, she's like weirdly giving instructions on the ship, and the crew's kind of like, what's happening? But she's like, yeah, if you go to Glyph, just tell him, if you meet one cool, tell him you know us, because that's definitely when you're going to find Mind Flayers.
Oh, the 1,000 Eyes. I just got it. What were you saying?
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah. She's like, hey, you shared your secrets of the world with me. I'm happy to share my secrets of the world.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you guys, you kill a good Star Rex. So good job there. Really proud of you.
Thank you.
We will cook up this dinosaur meat and eat it in your honor. Is that what it is? Is it the rocks are its meat?
Yeah, I think
Not exactly.
I think they're rocks, but could be wrong. And I'll bid adieu, and I'll say goodbye. I'll shake one of the arms of the bug lady, but it's awkward. I don't know which one to go for. I'm like,
Klik's not good with interactions. Right. She reaches with both and then slaps the small one out of the way and swings with the other one.
Yeah.
I'll pat the little gnome on the head and say,
also careful with handshakes around this crew.
The last person.
That's how the last guy died.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's true.
It's true.
I was killed by a handshake, and I hold out my hand.
Yeah, and I'll shake your hand. Oh, quite the grip there.
Yeah. You've been around.
It's a real dead fish. I'm very physically weak.
you know that there's like inherent risk to being with a crew that is bigger and like this larger Spelljammer ship, especially in this like kind of like unknown field in front of you, and you're excellent at navigating.
No, I appreciate the help. The fire things, those were nice. The big thing there, but I'll best be on my way. So as soon as you guys give me that rag to get his saliva off the side of my ship, I'll just thank you. Scrub that off real quick.
It'll be there
But
for
take care.
weeks.
Good day, and well, I'll see you around. If you ever need help, don't call me, but maybe if I see you, I'll nod or something to that effect.
All right.
Well, that's jam
Well.
safe, I guess.
Jam on.
Jam on.
Yeah.
And I'll
could
hop
just-
on my cool Spelljammer, and I'll try to take off, but the cords are still attached to their ship, so I'll awkwardly like.
Oh, sorry.
back
Let
down.
me
And I'm
unplug.
like, oh, can you? We forgot to.
Yeah,
The battery cables are still connected.
D-Link,
was
there we
awkward.
go.
That close to being really cool.
It was. I know. It's just. I gotta get back to
we'll
the astral
leave that
plane.
part out
Yeah.
when we tell the story
Oh,
later.
thank you.
Okay,
I'm
jam
sorry.
on.
Jam on. And I zip off.
This otherworldly creature just hops on his very cool solo Spelljammer, and just you see him just like dodging and weaving amongst the these like glowing bits that kind of like follow him here and there, but you can see it moving fast enough, not quite at terminal speed, but able to just like very adeptly maneuver through here, and he's boom out of here.
Wow.
Damn, I forgot to ask where he got that bike.
Yeah, as the crew is on the side of the ship, and you say that, we will call it for this evening with this session. So
Oh, man.
Nice.
Don't worry,
Boy.
Flute. I'd remember that taste anywhere.
Can't believe I got that guy to eat a cigarette. That's so
I can't believe
does
I
it
got to
all
eat
the
a
time.
cigarette.
Oh boy! Well, thank you, Jordan, for coming on with
Yeah,
us.
yeah.
That was a silly one.
This was way fun. Thank you for having me. Hilarious.
Thanks for coming.
Yeah, your character inspired some really cool character art. It was a fun as hell
was
character.
Really good art. That was awesome. So.
I have added a grizzled 5 o'clock shadow that I forgot to add. That was the one thing I forgot before I shipped it. But tomorrow I'll tag you on Instagram, and it'll have the full Rambo 5
be
o'clock
awesome.
shadow.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't mind, I would love to have that as a file.
yeah.
Just to,
Oh,
like,
absolutely. I'll
save
send it to
somewhere.
you
That'd be
for
really
sure.
Cool.
First Githyanki I've ever drawn, so thank you for that.
Yeah.
I'm glad
It
it
was
was your
awesome.
first.
And I'm gonna post your Twitch here in the chat again. Everyone, please.
Yeah.
go
So I don't do a
check-
lot on Twitch, but occasionally I'll do map making streams and just kind of hang out and stuff. So it used to be more scheduled, but I finished a game that I was running on the internet, so I'm not prepping that anymore live on Twitch. But yeah, if you are interested in the things that I do, it is on YouTube, and that is where I make all kinds of Dungeons & Dragons lore videos. Although not for the month of December. So if you're looking for them now, for the month of December, I'm doing a challenge of trying to build my own game world.
So cool.
So every day I'm doing this challenge, and I make a video on it, and which I will be doing after this. It'll be a lot of fun. And then, yeah, so I'm doing a video every day for the month of December, which is kind of fun. So we're 7
That's
days
exciting.
into it. Yeah,
Nice.
it's really cool.
Where you build something else into the world every day?
Yeah. So it's a couple of things. I found a Creative Commons course that someone wrote on how to create a fictional world for your fantasy novel.
Oh,
And I'm
whoa.
using that
cool.
in conjunction with a 30-day challenge of a bunch of questions about what makes your tabletop role-playing fantasy world unique. And
nice.
so with those,
That's
I
so
answer
cool.
both questions in trying to build a campaign setting from the ground up. So
Cool.
yeah, it's been a lot of fun. So
That's awesome.
Go check that out. If you're here watching this now, that's got to be up your alley. Go check it out.
Or if you like Spelljammer, I did a whole thing on Spelljammer. So there's like 5 or 6 videos on the world of Spelljammer. So
What's the name of the fantasy course if people are interested?
oh
Somebody in
yeah,
chat was
I
interested.
can put it in chat. Let me find
Yeah.
it.
You can link it.
It's Windrider, but that won't help you find it. So let me find it.
Yeah, you can also send it to us and we can tweet it.
so-
To
yeah, we can tweet it
Yeah,
or
for
put it
sure.
in the Discord.
Or if you go to any of my videos, I have it linked in
Yeah.
the description of any of the videos for the challenge. But yeah,
Perfect.
that's awesome.
Cool. Well, anybody else have anything to plug before we get out of here?
Yeah, I wanted to show off real fast. I'm not gonna do my normal plugs. You guys know I have a podcast and I do this, and that's fine. But my mom has been working on silver clay D&D dice for me. And she
cool.
finished them, and they are rough as hell, but they're super cool. And she's sort of has developed a way that she thinks she can make them a little bit more efficiently. So she's dabbling in like cool silver dice, and you should follow her on Instagram at 7/16 Studios. I'm gonna link that in chat. But like
Sweet.
mine are sort of the most battle worn, but you can see they're not perfect, but and so
They look
give her a
like
follow.
warriors dice. You
They're
know?
super
like-
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are awesome.
They're not great for rolling, but definitely like a cool memento. So give her a follow. It's a lot of jewelry that she makes herself, but the dice is the most recent project.
That's awesome.
Cool.
I'll plug Harlan. I have a Dungeon Master talk show every Thursday at 5:30 p.m. Mountain Time right here on the same stream. We chat with people who run tabletop role-playing games, all things RPG. So check that out every Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Who's our guest this Thursday, Harlan?
It is another DM who has been running a 2e Spelljammer game for years. I don't know how to say the exact handle that because they're asked to go by their YouTube handle, but it's like Aud-Dragon, A-U-D. But they have an amazing. We're gonna be talking a lot of Spelljammer this Thursday, so it's gonna be a fun one.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have 1,000 different properties if you're not sick of hearing me talk yet. I have a paranormal preparedness podcast called Werewolf Radar. I have a podcast about fictional fights on the very real island where they take place called Fight Island. And I have a Twitch channel where I do all the dang art, most of the dang art, for Better Than Heroes. It's called Arter Than Heroes. I'm twitch.tv/RazorLou. You can come follow me there. We do Arter Than Heroes on Saturdays and sometimes on a little bit on Mondays because I have to catch up.
It's been so fun.
It's been so fun. And shout out to Clooney McRoy, KMW, Uncle Brenner, Fremenex Arcus, everybody who jumped in and helped me. Ooh, Baphometric was in there, helped me sort out Jordan's character today. It was so much fun. And yeah, catch me over there.
And then, lastly, if it's okay, can I take us out here? I would like to give away my award for Tell Your Friends About Our Show. It's our Tell Your Friends About Our Show award. I'm still workshopping the name. But we tell everyone that the best way to support our show is to tell your friends about it. So this is the Tell Your Friends About Our Show award. This one goes to Yesy Cow on Twitter this week, who posted about the show today. And that they were excited to watch it and tagged it, and it seems like they had a stressful week, so I hope this was a good relief for you. Thanks for telling your friends about our show. Congratulations for being the second winner of the Tell Your Friends About Our Show award.
Yow!
And
Congratulations. Mazel tov.
Oh, this is always a huge day for everybody.
And with that, we'll see you next week. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, guys.
This is
I love you.
See ya.
Jam on!
Later.
Stargazer, Moonboy, Klik, the Crusher, K.A.I, Humblia, Chef, and the Windrider, Flute, Whimteaser. They're better than he.